All right, welcome back, everyone. Good morning. Today's March 21st, 2025, and today we're bringing you guys three more NBA best bets. Before we get into that, make sure to please subscribe, hit those buttons, smash them, as people would say, but please hit them because it helps to grow the channel. Really want to grow throughout March Madness, really trying to see how we can do from the start to the end. Not only our bets, like I said, I'm in the American Betting League right now. I'll give a little recap on that. But really, let me know. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, and let's just get into a little recap from yesterday. So, the NBA picks we gave out yesterday, trash. All three went under, not even close, or one was close, but not that great. So we're now 9-4 on our last 13 picks, which is still great. 9-4 on a great run. We're still up. We're up 13 units, which is so great. We hit another one tonight. We can go back up to 19 units, which I feel very confident in these three picks that we're going to hit another play, go back up. A little recap on our VIP picks. If you were on our VIP, you did very well yesterday. We went 4-2 on these specific VIP picks. BYU, outright win. Georgia, a lot of times too, when I take a pick, whether it wins or loses, I kind of recap. I'm like, okay, would I have taken that normally, or was that more of an emotional pick? Georgia, I'm taking those points. I thought it was a even matchup. Looking back on it, I didn't really have much confidence in Gonzaga. The SEC has shown that they're not as good. This year, everyone thought they were the best conference, but a lot of times, like one thing, especially in college football, because we make the rankings, and I say we as people, the committee, sometimes they'll inflate a league, and because they just oh wow, there's 10 teams ranked from the SEC. So yeah, humans make the rankings. Like it's not like an AI saying that they're better. It's like humans are saying that. So far, the SEC's played terrible. ACC's been really bad as well. Big East has played phenomenal. Some of these mid majors have played great. If you're going to bet the games today, watch them and look at who rebounds well. One of the things yesterday, we had a high point in some of our free picks. Our free picks yesterday went 3-5. So overall, we went 7-7 on a crazy day. But again, VIP picks went 4-2 yesterday. Tennessee missed. That game was back and forth. Still would have taken it. Arkansas, great win. They won outright. A&M, that game was back and forth. My roommate had the other side of the game, so that was fun. We were going back and forth, but A&M covered. Michigan, that was crazy. They're up 10 to start the game, and then they only covered by 3. But they covered, and that's the name of the game. Because of this, I went up 10 units because of how I ranked them for the American Betting League. So day one, I'm up 10 units in the American Betting League, which is insane, which is phenomenal because you can give weights to different bets in there. So I'll be doing that. So again, 10 units there. So great first day. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're going to bet the games, like High Point yesterday, Purdue played terrible. Like, don't let the score, they ended up beating High Point by, I believe, 10 or 11. Don't let the score change, like, your viewpoint on it. Purdue was really bad. The problem was High Point could not rebound to save their life. They got, I think, Purdue had like 15 more offensive rebounds than High Point just had rebounds, which is nuts. Like it was something crazy like that. Watching the game was brutal. High Point should have covered. Again, I had it in like my free picks down here. It's one of like the first ones I had. But watch that. So like McNeese. McNeese rebounded the ball very well yesterday. I think they're going to be a big problem for Purdue tomorrow. I really like McNeese in that game. Another thing too, you'll notice a lot of these mid majors, they live and die by the 3 because of the size disadvantage. A lot of times when these smaller schools come in, they don't have the size to compete with these, the ACCs, the Big Tens, the Big East. So they rely on the 3. Now if the 3 hits well, kind of what kept Yale in the game versus A&M, they would go on their streaks of hitting their threes. That's what propels them. But if they can't and they can't rebound, then it becomes very difficult for these mid majors to score, win the game. And again, a lot of these games are won on the glass. So keep in mind when you're betting the March Madness games the first round is always tough. A lot of these teams you haven't really seen in a while or have ever seen really play. So you're kind of watching them. But that's one thing I would make note of. Watch how well these teams rebound. and watch to see if they are fully reliant on the three. McNeese really isn't reliant on the three. They have two guys that work well down low, so I like them a lot. So I just wanted to give that quick recap. And now let's get into today's NBA picks. So first one, let's go with Grimes. And we're going Quentin Grimes more than 24 points. So I don't know why these injuries are always like just not the right day. Okay, so he will miss. Okay, so Maxey will miss tomorrow's game. Okay, so that gives more opportunity for Quentin. But look at here, he's played very, very well in his last 10 games. His line is 24. He's averaging 28.5. And as a statistician, averaging a median 28.5, that's pure consistency. That means you're averaging the great. Now, obviously, these two outlier games, when I say pure consistency of having both the average and the median the same, is usually you can use one or the other to kind of inflate your talking point. But when they're the exact same, it's very accurate, right? So I like this a lot. And if you look at those last 6 games, or this goes to the last 5, check out his last 5. He's played really well, averaging 33, median 29. So that gives us a split of about 31. That's 6.5 points over his total. Let's ride the hot hand. Keep it moving. See, he's playing in San Antonio, so not at home. It's all right. But with Tyrese Maxey out, this will give him a ton of great options. He will be able to hit his line. I see him being in the high 20s again, possibly break into the 30s. So again, first pick, Quentin Grimes, more than 24 points. Make sure to lock that in. Now, I believe we're staying in the same game here. Yep, with Jeremy Sochan. We're going under. So this one is 8.5. I'm always true to what I get. Under 8 rebounds. Again, look at his last 10. He's only gone over this rebounding line once. And at one point he pushed. And that was what I saw. I was like, he's pushed this once. I don't really see him getting 9 rebounds. That would be an anomaly. Again, if we lose on a bet that's like a complete anomaly, I can live with that. Now, if I look at the stats and look at how well they've been playing, look at the matchups, and I just take the wrong side, similar to what I was saying with the March Madness games, where I was like, okay, should I have taken this bet? Does it fall with the strategy that I've, worked through the past 10 years to kind of get to where I am, be a top 1% better? Does it make sense? And this makes sense. He's only gone over this total, like I said, once in his last 10. He's only pushed this line once. And looking at his last 5, again, he's still rebounding fine. He's getting 5 or 6. He's averaging 5 again, median 5 again. Oh, he's rebounding fine. He's just, for some reason, this line is very high. And again, I've talked about this before as someone who's worked on both sides, as a bettor and has worked in the books, in the industry. A lot of the times, some overs can become inflated, especially on lower lines. And the reason for this is most people prefer to bet overs. It's more fun. It's more exciting. You have more stake in the game. You're kind of, who doesn't want to root for more points, more rebounds, more assists, more fast-pacing game? Not many people want to root for buzzer or, waiting for the shot clock violations. I have played those games, though. I have rooted for unders where I'm rooting for shot clock violations. It's fun every once in a while, but it's not the most entertaining. But what is entertaining is winning. This is when we can get great value. This is a lot of times when I'll see these unders. So I just think the line is too inflated to try to get people. No, again, when everyone, the whole point of a sports book is, and I can get into these videos later. Let me know in the comment if you guys want me to do a gambling one-on-one as someone who's been doing this for over 10 years to help explain different terminology, get into it. The whole point of a sports book, they want even money on both sides. And if people naturally are putting more money on the over, they'll inflate the lines. They'll move them higher than they should be. And then we can get value on this under. Again, he hasn't hit this in his last 5. He hasn't even hit 8 rebounds. We got the line at 8. So if it pushes, it's fine. It just voids, and then we get the other 2. The winning odds go lower, but it's still fine. So again, Quentin Grimes, more than 24 points. And then Jeremy Sochan, less than 8 rebounds. Now, as always, I forgot to talk about this. Yeah, promo code YouTube, get those picks. Again, 4 and 2 in our VIP. I'll be in the lab right after this video, cooking up some more VIP and free picks. So I'll be posting them on everything. But make sure you go over to Dabble, our friends at Dabble, sign up using promo code Bonfire, and deposit at least $5. They will give you $25 for free. Deposit 5, get 25. You have $30 to put on these games. There's a lot of games going on. And as always, I always say use multiple sports books. We've been riding these 3-man on Dabble because it's the best value. They offer 6x payouts, whereas a lot of the other ones are offering 5x, or they're just strictly based on the decimal system. So for these 3-mans that I've been playing recently, the best place to do so is on Dabble. But as always, we have a lot of great partnerships. Wanna, Betr, Chalkboard, you name it. So go in the link description below. Get those free plays. They all, like I said, they always are doing different free plays. So make sure you take advantage of those lines. As you can see here, all the links are in the description below. They're great. They're win-win. You get the free play. I get the referral bonus. So let's help each other out. I appreciate it. And lastly, let's go over to Jalen Green. And let's ride the hot hand. Again, not good here, but look at this last 5. Ride the hot hand. Look at this last 5, averaging 27. That's 6 over his average right now. Median average are about the same, which we like. Again, he's playing in Miami. Miami hasn't been that great. I was at the game last Friday. They got blown out by the Celtics, just came back, then got blown out again. Houston's played great. So get this game, Miami, great place to play basketball. I'm sure Jalen Green's going to want to have a good night there. So, again, over 21 points. He's played very well recently. Make sure you lock these in. And to recap the picks, we have Quentin Grimes, more than 24 points. Jeremy Sochan, less than 8 rebounds. And Jalen Green, more than 21 points. Thank you. If you made it all the way here, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Hit like. It helps me out a lot. And comment. Share this with a friend who needs a win. As always, all the links for the bonuses are in the description below. And to sign up for the free plays if you want. Again, they're free. Just sign up. You get picks sent directly to your phone. And if you want the VIP free week, sign up using promo code YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good one.